The British government has made its first arrest of someone who wasn't even at the protests. No, this person posted something on social media. Well, that didn't take long. The British media trying to tell you that all of those stabbings and the burnings of businesses in the UK are just peaceful protests. I'm having Black Lives Matter protest flashbacks. Here's the BBC describing how these violent mobs are just largely peaceful.
But nonetheless, hundreds of people turned up. Many of them wearing masks, some of them carrying weapons, as you saw. It was a largely peaceful demonstration. I was there for several hours, but then a group of masked youths began behaving in sort of low-level criminal behaviour, reckless driving, antisocial behaviour. What's happened in the past hour or so is that they've broken off, and a group of them have attacked cars and a pub elsewhere in the city.
And then watch as Sky News had to cut away as a group of masked Muslim men carrying machetes surrounds a Sky News reporter. Watch.
Community leaders have been speaking to the police as well because...
Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Fuck Idi Amin!
But I think, apologies for the language you're hearing, but a sense of the anger I think you can hear there.
And just a few minutes ago, we got an update from the police in Britain now that they are adding an additional couple thousand riot police as their fears, according to the Telegraph, that far right-wing thugs are going to attack other migrant centers across Britain. Far right-wing thugs. But it does get worse because overnight the British government, under Keir Starmer, has made its first arrest of someone who wasn't even there, wasn't even at the protests. No, this person posted something on social media. So remember, this is how we told you this was going to come together. The censorship industrial complex. This was a move to try to take away your civil liberties. If you post something on social media, the police will come knocking at your door. Get ready for it. Ralph Schulhammer is an academic researcher. He's been following this very closely, and I bet he has a few things to say about it, and we wanted to talk with Ralph about this today. Ralph, good to see you. Welcome back to the show.
Clay, thanks for having me in these troublesome times.
It's unbelievable what's happening. So a lot of moving pieces in the UK right now. I can't help but in the United States feel that this is about to come to the United States. You have a government that's saying, hey, if you post things on social media that could be rabble-rousing, could incite violence, the police will come knock at your door, and that's exactly what's happened. First on that piece, Ralph, what's your take?
Well, I think we now live in the age of, well, kill the messenger is the approach by the government. I mean, I'm a little bit befuddled, but I think you hear in the media about who is supposedly inciting those riots and violence. I mean, we can go back up until the 1960s. There have been warnings for 60 years that mass migration is going to lead to this. We had Ross Perot in the United States. We had Enoch Powell in the UK. We had Jörg Haider in Austria. We had the Le Pens, like the elders, the late Le Pen as well, warning for the same thing in France. Basically, every country had at least one or two figures who were warning of this. And they were mocked